Think back to a Friday night in the late 90s. If you wanted to watch a movie, you had to drive to a store, wander the aisles, and hope the one cassette tape you wanted wasn't already checked out. Compare that to tonight. You will likely press a button on a remote, and thousands of movies will instantly stream directly into your living room. Corporate boardrooms use the phrase digital transformation to describe this massive shift in how we live and work. But a surprising number of companies treat it like a basic IT upgrade or an excuse to buy new tablets for the staff. This evolution happens in 3 distinct phases that determine whether a company stays relevant or disappears. Phase 1 is digitization. This is simply taking a physical record of something, like a page of text or a photograph, and turning it into computer code. In the movie industry, this meant taking the video off of a bulky mechanical VHS tape and saving that file onto a digital disc. Notice what hasn't changed here. The actual way the work gets done is identical. You still have to physically go get a disc and put it into a player to watch it. You have made the data easier to store and search. As engineers joke, it's now searchable, not flammable. But the core service you offer to the customer is still the same. Phase 2 is digitalization. This happens when a business uses digital tools to make their existing way of doing things run faster or cheaper. Early Netflix mastered this. They used the internet to let you browse a catalog online, bypassing the retail store, and then they mailed the physical disc directly to your home address. There is a hidden danger here. If a business process is messy or confusing, adding software to it just speeds up the chaos. You get a faster mess. Even with a sleek website and automated mailers, early Netflix was still a business that rented out physical objects. Digitalization makes the business more efficient, but the core identity of the company stays exactly where it started. That brings us to the final phase, true transformation. This is a strategic shift where a company changes its entire business model to take advantage of what digital tools can do. Netflix hit this phase when they stopped mailing physical items and became a global streaming service. They changed what they were selling and how they delivered it. Amazon executed an even larger shift. In their early years, they operated primarily as an online bookstore with massive warehouses. To handle millions of shoppers, they built a massive internal computer network. They realized they could package that internal system and rent it out to other companies. Today, Amazon Web Services generates the majority of their profit. They transformed from a store into a digital infrastructure company that powers the internet. The pressure to make these pivots comes down to math. Computing power doubles every few years, while traditional companies take years to change internal policies. Consumers feel this gap every day. If your streaming app can predict exactly what you want to watch, you begin to expect that same smooth experience from your bank or your suppliers. Agile startups use that expectation to take over. Uber built a global taxi service without owning cars. Airbnb became a lodging leader without owning buildings. Facebook connects billions without writing articles. And Apple profits from apps it didn't create. In this new economy, managing a network where users create value for each other is worth much more than owning physical inventory. Compare those modern platforms with Kodak. For a century, they dominated the market by manufacturing physical film and processing chemicals. In 1975, a Kodak engineer actually invented the first digital camera, but leadership buried the technology, fearing it would damage their film sales. They tried to protect their old sales instead of leading the way with their own invention. That choice let faster competitors replace them entirely. To survive, a company must move away from its old way of doing business before a faster competitor forces them to. True transformation is the continuous act of reinventing how a company creates value